Hello and welcome to Top Quotes channel. Here are some timeless quotes by Niccolo Machiavelli for a life without regrets. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. The ends justify the means. Politics have no relation to morals. It is better to be impulsive than cautious, because fortune is a woman, and if you want to hold her down, you have to beat and coerce her. A prince must be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see, but only a few can test by feeling. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. It is much safer to be feared than loved, because love is preserved by the link of obligation which, owing to the baseness of men, is broken at every opportunity for their advantage. But fear preserves you by a dread of punishment which never fails. War is just when it is necessary. Arms are permissible when there is no hope except in arms. Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved. All warfare is based on deception. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. A man who is used to acting in one way never changes. He must come to ruin when the times, in changing, no longer are in harmony with his ways. The promise given was a necessity of the past, the word broken. Men are so simple of mind and so much dominated by their immediate needs that a deceitful man will always find plenty who are ready to be deceived. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. It is not the well-being of individuals that makes cities great, but the well-being of the community. The one who adapts his style to the times and circumstances is the one who will succeed in the long run. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Fortune is a river, and you must swim with the current to reach the shore. Men ought either to be indulged or utterly destroyed, for if you merely offend them, they take vengeance. But if you injure them greatly, they are unable to retaliate, so that the injury done to a man ought to be such that vengeance cannot be feared. One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. The fact is that a man who wants to act virtuously in every way necessarily comes to grief among so many who are not virtuous. The injury that is to be done to a man ought to be of such a kind that one does not stand in fear of revenge. It is not enough for a wise ruler to have good intentions. He must also have the ability to carry them out. A man who is a good leader is a man who can communicate his vision to his followers. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, because it belongs to everybody to see you, to few to come in touch with you. Thanks for watching.